welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by again. So in this week we are going to be looking at some bills, our normal like week 3 bills, but then I have a couple additional bills that I have to pay, and I just really came to the conclusion of I have forgotten how much summer bills be billsing. So let's just get into it. And before we do, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button if you like my content and don't want to miss out on any of it in the future. And leave me a comment down below letting me know, are summer bills billsing for you? Is summer kind of the same for you, or do you see like an influx in bills as well? So I would just start out by saying summer bills used to be a thing for me when I lived on my own several years ago. And then I moved in with my family, and a lot of like apartment and household type bills I didn't have to deal with. So for the last couple of summers, I have not felt the effects of summer bills. But now that I'm back living on my own, yeah, y'all, it's a lot. Okay, so closing out this week, I've had 2 no spend days, and that was it. I had one bill that has already been paid. Accidentally put groceries on the same weekend. I don't really know how that happens, but we're just gonna, I don't know, it's just an extra sticker. Coming up for the next week, so usually in the 1, 2, 3rd week of every month, I pay bills in the first week, like the heavy bills, and then I pay bills in the 3rd week. So typically in the 3rd week, I have one business bill, my car insurance bill, Apple Music subscription, my Wi-Fi bill, my taxes bill, and this week coming up, my McAfee and Amazon Prime annual subscriptions are due. I don't know exactly how much they will be, but I just looked at my bank statements from a year ago, and this one was $92 and this one was $150. So I just budgeted $95 for this one, just in case it's a little bit more, and then the regular $150 for Amazon. Now let's go ahead and talk about this electricity bill, because y'all see I already had one up here. So if you have been following me for maybe like over the last couple of months, you've heard me talk about having double electricity bills. And basically what happened was I was using the company that automatically comes with the complex when I first moved here, so that all of our utility bills were together. So our gas, our water, electric, trash, all that was together. I believe we got new management. If so, I don't know. We didn't get any type of notification about it, but we were told in, I think, February that we had to have our own separate electric service by March 31st. Which is how most complexes are. So I ended up getting that figured out. What I did not realize was that my previous electric service with the complex is actually 2 months behind. So you pay for like every 2 months, not every 2 months, but so let's say January, I would have been paying electricity for the month of November. So it's 2 months behind. Well, my new electric service is only a month behind. So you pay a bill every month. As soon as I got started with the service, I had a bill the very next month. That put me in a situation of paying 2 electricity bills in the same month to 2 different companies. And I did that for, I think, 2 months. It was wild. But thank God we got through that. So with all of that being said, my current electricity company, I was not really on the invoice. It wouldn't show the due date. So I just ended up like paying the bill, like, I'm trying to see how to explain it. I guess I ended up like paying the bill on the day that I would get the date that I would get the invoice for the next month, if that makes sense. I don't really know. I'm not even going to try to explain it. But basically, got in touch with the electric company to figure out that I was actually paying the bill a week later than what I was supposed to. And I did not know that my attention was fully on my previous service. And I'm like, talking to my complex and trying to like understand, and we're going through my like invoices and everything. And so all of my attention was on my previous service and like making sure that I'm not being overcharged for anything, making sure that this service is getting cut off for me. and I was just paying the current service just kind of whenever. And so now that the previous service is completely cut off and done with, that's when I realized that my current service was actually being paid a week late. So this bill that I paid on the 7th was actually due on the 24th of June. And so my new bill is due on the 24th. So my electricity bill every month will be due on the 24th. So that's why I have 2 electricity bills this month. Y'all see how expensive it is. I live in Texas, so it is hot out here. But honestly, I have such a great feeling when my electricity bill comes in, because I'm just so thankful that I even have electricity and AC in this heat. Like, if you live down south, y'all know, like, we're just grateful that we have AC. I don't care how much it costs, I will pay it. So with this upcoming 3rd week, all the rest of the bills will get paid, which is car insurance, Wi-Fi, taxes, and then I am currently a month ahead on rent. So I am currently saving for August rent and utilities so I should have that money before this month is over. Okay, so this is where I keep track of my weekly check-in and weekly spending, just to try to stay more in budget with my variable expenses. So we just finished the 2nd week of July, because today is the 14th, so we're going to be starting the 3rd week. For last week, I did not give myself anything in spending, so I still have the 40 remaining. Gas, I have $5 left, so I spent 40, and I have $135 for the month minus 40, so I have $95 left for this month. Groceries, I spent the whole 70, and I had $214 last week, so I'm at $144 for the month. And I'm a solo budgeter if you are new to my channel, so everything that you see in the budget is just for me. I spent 13. Y'all, I'm doing it wrong. See, I'm supposed to be, oh my gosh, okay, I'm supposed to be like notating that I've spent all this money, because I'm putting this money in my saving challenge instead of, you know, showing that I have money left over. I hate when I do that. I absolutely hate it. And I don't know if that's the most accurate way to do it. I just felt like that was the way that I should do it. So it is what it is. I'm just going to continue doing it this way for at least this week. So eating out, I spent 30, so I have 45. But yeah, like those couple of categories, I should have allocated that I spent everything, because I'm going to use it. It is what it is. Medicine, I gave myself 15. I spent it all. So I did get my medicine for PMS. So I've been doing that. I started doing it last month, and I'm sorry if you're a guy, it might be TMI, but I started doing that last month because okay, so let's put 55, even though, yeah, but yeah, I started doing it last month because, you know, sometimes like your hormones get out of whack, and the medicine helps keep things together. So I am going to scan my receipts for Fetch Rewards, which I am going to be using my Fetch Rewards next month to go out of town to hopefully take care of the whole hotel stay for the weekend. I'm going to put my coins in the box, and then this is where I keep my cards. Okay, so this week spending is getting a 20. Gas is getting a 45. Groceries 70. Home is not going to get anything. Eating out is going to get 25. And then meds and beauty will get nothing. Okay, y'all, so we are in the second week of July stuffing. So I think I'm doing 10 and 2. So let me get the stickers. And I think I did tell you guys at one point that I was going to be saving my saving challenge money for retirement, but I am actually not going to be doing that. I'm gonna be saving this money for taxes for next year, so that my goal for next year is to be able to pay my taxes all cash, not have to be on a payment plan. That's how I did it in 2021. Yeah, I just paid the whole bill at once, so I didn't have to do a payment plan. I've done a payment plan this year and I don't like it, so I'm going back to paying my taxes all at once. So that's what this money is for. And then once I get to my high priority sinking funds binder, I'm gonna let you guys know what the plans are for retirement, because I know I've been saying that for so long, like I have other plans, but I never talked about them. So now I'm ready to talk about them. And today's stuffing is gonna be a total of $666. I don't know how I feel about 666. Y'all know. We don't play with stuff like that, but it is what it is. So this is going to be for the wallet, for the bills, and for the sinking funds. So get this money in the tray. I'm not going to count it because it's just too much. Okay, so spending finally is gonna get something. It hasn't got anything all month, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and get a 20. I need some body spray because I ran out, and then I was thinking about getting some more like hair ties, so I might be getting that. Gas is getting 45. You guys know I work from home, so I don't really spend a lot of money on gas. Typically 45 is more than what I need, but I don't know, I'm just not comfortable giving myself less as of right now. And whatever I have left over, I just roll it over anyway. And I do live by a main street, so if you hear cars, that's why. Groceries is going to get 70. Lately this has been seeming like a good amount. At one point I thought I was gonna have to put more in, but then that kind of changed. And oh y'all, okay, home is getting nothing. So I'm considering going gluten-free. I'm really considering it. I have been more like trying to eat kind of like pescatarian, vegetarian, just because that's how I prefer to eat, not necessarily for like health reasons, although I know it's probably good for your health. But I've kind of always been like that since I was a little girl. Like I've never been a meat person, and I really like vegetables, so I've naturally been like that. But I've been thinking about going gluten-free because I think I might have a gluten intolerance. I'm not exactly sure. I want to get one of those kits from Amazon that like tests your hair to see what it reacts to or whatever. So if you've ever done one of those Amazon kits, let me know down below. Yes, I was watching, I love HGTV. So I was watching Flipping 101 with Tariq El Moussa. I've literally been watching him for years. And he was having, and if you know who he is, then you know that like he's had some medical issues. He's had cancer before and things like that. So he's very like particular with his health and what he eats. And he was having some reactions on the show. Oh, speaking of, y'all, today is the last day to enter the giveaway. The giveaway ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. On my community tab. I haven't posted anything else, so it's the first picture on my community tab. And you can leave a comment, tell me what your financial goals are, leave me a way to contact you, either your Instagram handle or email address, and I'm going to announce the winners tomorrow morning/afternoon. Yeah, so anyway, he was having some issues. He was having some digestive issues. He was having some joint issues, and so he went to the hospital to get his blood drawn and make sure the cancer wasn't coming back, and they found out that he had a gluten intolerance. So birthday has 25, 6, 7, 8, 9. And some of the things that he was mentioning, I was like, it just kind of made me interested. Like he mentioned back pain, and you guys, have known about my back pain for some time now. And I also read online that sometimes if you like eat things and you break out in hives, that could be a gluten thing. And sometimes that happens to me. So I said I'm going to try it for maybe a couple weeks and see how I feel. Okay, so moving on to retirement. I'm basically going to try to make this as quick as I possibly can for you guys to just kind of let you know what's going on. So I was kind of sort of under the impression for quite some time that I needed to start a retirement fund like all over again from scratch since I changed careers. But I recently found out that I don't have to. So I was literally, I think it was like a week ago. It was a Saturday, so it was the day after I posted a video. I was praying and, just like telling God how much I trust him, like with my finances, like things that I don't have the answer for or things that I'm uncertain about, systems that I'm not too certain of how I should use or whatever. I just give it to God and I trust him with it. And I don't worry about it, and I don't live or I try to practice not living in anxiety and worrying and stuff like that. And so while I'm like, just saying a little prayer and just like thanking God, for, in anything that I don't know what to do about, he already has a plan. And in that prayer, he spoke back to me and he told me to transfer or convert my TRS money into my personal retirement account. And the interesting thing was I did not even know that I could do that. So the minute that I heard that while I was praying, I immediately went to Google and Googled like, hey, I'm not teaching anymore. Can I get this money? And found out that you absolutely can. And y'all, I had no idea. So I've just been so focused on other things that retirement has really been an afterthought. And it's been in my mind, but just not something that I've been actively trying to figure out what to do, because I've just been kind of like, at the right time, God is going to make it clear to me what I need to do. I wholeheartedly believe that. So after I Googled the information, found out that I could, as long as I'm not employed by a school district, I called TRS and confirmed with them that I could retrieve the money. So they told me that I had two options. They said that I could, that they could either give the money to me directly, or I could go the conversion route where I'm not necessarily taking my retirement out. I'm just converting it to another account so that it can keep growing because I'm no longer teaching. And at first I was going to opt for them to give it to me, but then they started talking about like the fees, like the fee that they would charge me for pulling out early, the fee that the IRS would charge me for pulling out early, and it like accumulated to about $10,000. And I was like, oh heck no, like I am not paying no $10,000 that I don't have to, so they told me the other option would be to convert it. So I would convert it to an IRA or personal 401k, which I don't qualify for at the moment. So that's what I'm gonna do. So those are my retirement plans, and I just wanted to take a moment to let you guys know, and to also just kind of give my testimony of how, this was an area of my life that I was really uncertain about, because I've never been self-employed before until a couple years ago, and there's just a lot that you have to learn. And but on this journey, I am trying my best not to practice fear, living in fear, living in anxiety. And I just give things to God and let him reveal things to me the way that they need to happen in his timing. So you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I worked for 7 years as a public school teacher. So I have accumulated tens of thousands of dollars in retirement. And that money can be converted to my now personal retirement account so that it can continue growing on in my new career. So I am just ecstatic. I just thank God. I'm so happy, like Jesus is life. And yeah, so if y'all are like in a situation where you don't have all the answers, and I always tell people like we're not supposed to have all the answers, because if we did, we wouldn't need God. So if you don't have the answer to something, just give it to God, you know, trust him with it, be patient, and in time he's going to help you figure it out. So I am actually going to be removing these two and putting them to the side. And let's see here. I decided to get rid of my retirement envelope. I'm really just going to put it to the side somewhere because I may still end up using it one day. You never know. But for now, I'm going to change it with a wardrobe envelope. This is an envelope that I used to have a while ago, and then I ended up getting rid of it just to like focus on some other things. And but now I want to add it back. So I added the fives. I have 25, 35, 40. So those are my retirement plans. And you know, I feel like that's really good news. Like, I am so happy that the money that I worked so hard for when I was a teacher doesn't have to just sit in my TRS account. I'm so happy that it can convert over and continue growing. I'm also happy that I chose not to, you know, for them not to give it to me personally. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to have it. So yeah, I confirmed everything with TRS. And 15 in car maintenance. Now, what I still have to do is I'm going to set up a meeting with a senior financial advisor. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. I'm going to set up a meeting with a senior financial advisor just to kind of, you know, have some, talk to somebody with some wisdom. And is the 14th, and I'm adding 5 just so that I can get feedback on what would be the best type of account to open, because there's like different type of accounts you can open. There's different types of like other accounts that you can open when you get a Roth. You can invest in the stock market. You can open up a CD. Like, there's just different things you can do. So I do not have the answers to all of that, but I do know that I hope to make an appointment, a virtual appointment with a senior advisor, so that they can kind of tell me what's the best type of account to open within the Roth. And once I get that account set up, so just to kind of give you guys the process a little bit in case you're interested. 20, 35, 45. The first thing I have to do is open up the retirement account, which I have not. I had just been doing some research, looking into it, Googling it. You know, I've called my bank probably 2 or 3 times now, asking them questions. I'm sure they're probably annoyed. But once I open up my personal retirement account, which I will not do until after I speak to someone with experience and expertise, then I would apply to TRS, which is Teacher Retirement System, and there's one in every state. What is this? $2. Then I would go onto the TRS website and put in an application. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to multitask here. Put in an application to withdraw the money via conversion. So they are not going to be sending money to my checking account or writing me a check. It will be transferred directly into my new retirement account. And then once I put that application in, they will have to get in contact with my last employer to confirm that I am no longer working. Once they do that, the employer has like, I think 15 to 30 days to confirm that. Once they confirm it, then TRS has to send paperwork to my bank. And so my bank then has to like verify and confirm my retirement account with them and all that. And then TRS will send my money to my bank. Gibbs has 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So with all that being said, I do expect this to be a lengthy process. So I'm just telling myself, like, I just hope that by the end of this year, my retirement money is in my new retirement account so that it can keep growing. So that's just what I'm hoping to do. I need to set up my appointment with the financial advisor so I can get the account open and then go apply. And yeah. So my goddaughter has 20, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 51, and 2. And then medical has 5. So you guys, I am just so excited. Like, I'm so excited. Once I Googled that I could do that, y'all, I was bawling. I was crying tears of joy. 50, 75, 85. It just felt so good to know that I don't have to start a personal retirement account from scratch, you know? Like, it just feels so good to know that the money that I worked hard for when I was teaching, that money can follow me and continue growing. I am just ecstatic. I don't know everything about it, but just this news in and of itself is like, I'm just thanking God for answering my prayer. So I'm going to put this money back and then come back with the other binder. Okay, guys, so this is my low priority binder, and I just, ooh, my nails match. I just went ahead and took the envelopes out. So car tax is getting $2. So yeah, now that I have a plan for retirement, first of all, didn't even tell y'all how, like, okay, I probably won't be able to just like count. I have so much to tell y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Didn't even tell you guys how, like, I want to say maybe like a month ago, the Lord had told me not to save my saving challenge money for retirement, but to save it for taxes. Now, at that particular time, he had not spoke to me about converting my previous retirement account into a new retirement account. I had no knowledge of that at the time. And so when he had told me that, I was like, I mean, I didn't really hesitate because I trust God, but it was a little bit kind of like, man, you know, I was really wanting to use that money to help, you know, get a little retirement fund started. But nonetheless, I just decided to be obedient to the Lord and do it regardless. And then lo and behold, all along, like, he knew that this was going to come my way. Like, he knew, like, all along, like, girl, you already got retirement and we just going to do what we need to do so it can keep growing. So God is so good. So that's why my saving challenge money is no longer being used for retirement, because your girl got money. I'm so happy, y'all. Money. Like, I didn't know how much was in there, and I had to like they have a new system, so I had to kind of like update my account and everything. So emergency has $1,200, 5, 10, 15. But I looked in there, and what I thought was in there, I actually had about $7,000 more than what I thought. I was like, okay, I think I have, you know, this amount. And then I looked in there and I was like, whoa. I hadn't checked it in years. Like, it had been so long since I looked at that thing. And oh God, it's just so good. When I'm telling y'all, I was crying, because you don't understand, like, the burden that was lifted from me right in that moment of, like, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, what's the best way to go. That's why you just gotta leave stuff in God's hands. Giveaways has 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. So again, the giveaway ends tonight, and I will be getting my 2 winners, and I'm gonna announce them. I don't know if I should announce them first or contact them first. What do y'all think I should do? I think I'll announce first, and then, yeah, I'll do that. I'll announce first, and then I'll contact. Christmas is getting 3. So we have 55, 6, 7, 8, 9, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I feel like I made a list in the back of my budget planner, which is a 7x9 Erin Condren planner. I get asked that all the time, so I try to remember to mention it. I put like everything in the back of my planner, like everything that God has like really taught me over this year with my finances. Because again, like the way that I live now is just like a whole new world, and I don't really know people personally in my situation. So functions has 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31, 2, and 3. And it's so much that God has taught me over this year. I mean, from really teaching me how to budget, how to separate business budget from personal budget, how to get taxes together, now retirement, how to like put money aside for business expenses and investments. He's just taught me so much, and I'm so grateful, and I'm just so happy that I depend on him, and I go with what he says and what he tells me to do, and not what other people say. Car Tires has 105, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because God truly knows what's best for your life. Other people can help, but ultimately, like, if you are a person that hears from God because you have a relationship with him, you need to do whatever he tells you to do. So next, I'm gonna get the bills. And like, you know, when I made the decision, well, not really made the decision, I felt like I was told to no longer use my saving challenges for retirement. What am I stuffing today, y'all, before I get into this? We are going into car insurance 100. So when I decided to go ahead and not use my saving challenges for retirement, but for taxes, you know, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my family, didn't tell friends, didn't tell you all, because I feel like something like that to people would seem like ridiculous. Like, people might be like, girl, don't do that. No, you need to get something going. You need to get that retirement account going. Don't use that money for taxes. You could pay taxes, you know, another kind of way. Like, I feel like that's what people probably would have told me, but I knew what God told me, and I did what he told me. And then many weeks later, he shows me that he had something else in store for me for retirement all along. And this is why it's so important to obey him. And this is also why it's important to, you know, if he's telling you things that other people may not understand, to just keep it to yourself, because other people can discourage you when you know you've heard from God. And that's not what we need. So it's Wi-Fi has 31. Yes. So I hope that my testimony inspires someone else. Like, it's okay if you don't have things figured out. Just give it to God. Be patient. And before you know it, you know, you'll know what to do. And that's not just with money. That could be in life, like family, relationships, career. That can be, I feel like I should be stuffing 68. Yes, because I have a fee to pay. But yeah, that's in anything in life, guys. If you don't have the answer to something, like, don't feel bad about that, because God has the answer. Okay, so I don't have an envelope for these additional ones, so I just grabbed a zipper one. So Amazon Prime will be $150, and then McAfee will be $50, $70, $90, and $5. So I'm just gonna put it in here, and we're gonna do it like that. I think I am gonna keep this zipper envelope in the back of this binder. I might vinyl it and put like extra or something on here for like extra bills that pop up throughout the year. But other than that, that's all for this video. I tried to not like make it not so long, but I just had a lot to tell y'all, so I'm sorry about that. But thank you guys so much for staying this far. If you did, don't forget the giveaway ends tonight at 11:59. So if you want to enter, go ahead and do so. I'll be announcing the winners tomorrow, and then after I announce them, I'm going to contact them. As always, if you guys have any questions, you can leave them down below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.